剣と魔法の
This is a sword and sorcery based fantasy based game. It's got a whole open world setting, and what it is, it's full of action. This is an action based game that combines all those elements.
モンスターハンターと違ってです
I think the biggest difference between Dragon's Dogma and the Monster Hunter series is that this game is really focused on story. It's story oriented, and the action elements that feed into the story. Also, when you're playing Monster Hunter, it's about the party working together to defeat a monster. Whereas in this game, the party is working towards the main character. They're all trying to help him continue on these quests and get to the end of the game. So it's all about the player who's working to the end, and then his party is helping him. It is this open world. You can see enemies in the distance attacking a village or whatnot, and it's up to you whether to go help them. I guess because of the distance in the game, you can choose to do something locally or go the distance and go far away and try and do something over there. So depending on who you choose to help or where you choose to do the action, that could impact the story later on in the game. So your actions and choices do have a greater impact on the overall story. You get to work with your party, and your party is helping you as you do this. So it's not just you alone, but everything you guys do together will affect everything else in the end. Regarding the three classes you have in the game, first up is the fighter, and the fighter is just a brawler type character, but he also comes with a shield which he can use to guard against attacks and to help protect your party. Next up is the strider. The strider has two types of weapons. The first type is he's got daggers for close quarter combat melee attacks, and the next is the bow and arrow for ranged attacks. Also, he's good at the grab attacks, and he can grab onto enemies real easily and attack them as he needs to. Then you have the mage. The mage can use magic for different effects. One effect is the usual reviving your party, healing them, but he can also use his powers to use elemental magic to enchant the weapons in the party and make them more powerful for when you're fighting the enemies in the game. And also he can use his own magic to attack enemies as well. The attack system in the game has got two parts. One is used on smaller enemies because you can pick them up, you can grab them from behind and then have someone attack them, so you can hold them into place if you want. And the second feature is on the bigger enemies, where you can grab onto them at any point and just climb on all over them, like for a full-on realistic fight. Like the whole enemy is the battleground, and you can attack it at any point. The pawn system in the game, it's designed so you can add these members to your party and go out and attack, go on the quest, and fight enemies. If they do die in the course of battle, you can revive them. That's your option. But we also have it where you can keep those same pawns throughout the whole game if you want. But it's more interesting if you replace them over time, because different pawns have different effects, and it will change the style of battle and the way you fight in the game. So it becomes a more enriching experience by changing the pawns in the game. So the game itself, Dragon's Dogma, comes out early 2012. It'll be available on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, so please check it out.